Hello YouTube, it's your boy Nathan coming here to do another recap video. Today we're talking 90 Day to Single Life Season 4 Episode 14 Tell All Part 3. So we're just going to get right on to it. So in this tell all we left off with Goofy Natalie. Excuse me, I'm still sick. We left off with Goofy Natalie, pleading her case to Josh, and she complaining. Natalie keeps saying these words: "I am human. I am human." No, Doug, you're human. We're all human. And I don't know. She is all over the place. Josh even told her, like, you are all over the place right now, Natalie. You don't really know what you want. You're not here for the right reasons, basically. And it's just a mess. Like, she wants to have a baby. She wants to have a child and stuff. And, Josh told her, like, we're not even in a relationship right now, so why want the baby talk? But as I said before, Josh is just as goofy as she is, because he sees this train wreck with her, but yeah, he still wants to sleep with her and everything, and it is really irritating. So I mean, he's just as goofy as she is, so I don't want to spend too much time on Goofy Natalie. So after they went to Natalie, they circled back over to Tyray. This is where things get interesting. Excuse me, sorry. So they circled back to Tyray. And you remember throughout the season, Tyray was on a guy's trip with his brothers down in New Orleans. And he met a couple of women. He met that girl, Teresa, then that girl, Raina. And we come to find out that while he was on that trip after they filmed, that he met another girl he said he was a little drunk. And Sean, the host, asked, like, did you meet any other women down in New Orleans? And he's like, yeah, we've been talking for a while and DMing each other and this and that. And Sean asked him, well, what's her name? And then Tyray, goofy, laughing, just like, I don't know. I don't remember. Excuse me. So Sean was like, well, Tyray, we do know her name, and her name is Shannon. And we were like, oh, okay. And Shannon is actually here with us. And, the rest of the cast was just like, whoa, wow. So they brought Shannon out. When we met Shannon, she said that, she comes on to Tyray morning. He comes on to her and stuff. And, the cast, like John and Tim, Veronica, were trying to get Tyray advice. Like, ask her out. Ask her, do you want to go on a date? Ask her, what does she like? What does she like to do? We're here in New York City. Like, do you want to do this? Like, let's do it. So Tyray, he's nervous, and he asks her out, and, she says yes and stuff. And then here was the big moment we all been waiting on. Sean asked, told Shannon, Tyray has never been kissed. Would you be interested in being Tyray's first kiss? And she was like, sure, why not? And Tyray's like, I'm game. So, the rest of the cast was all pumped. Let's go, let's pump up. Come on, Tyray, you got this. So he stood up, he was nervous, she was nervous. And she gave him a nice little peck, and that was that. So after that, they asked Tyray to walk her out the studio and stuff. They didn't show him have a conversation, but they walked in. Tyray walked her out the studio. While they were gone, they had some viewer questions. One question, somebody asked Chantel that how does she twerk and all that. So Chantel gave this little twerking demonstration and everything. And then somebody asked, like, what kind of role Natalie would want to do in a movie, and she said a vampire. So she gave a little monologue of what she would do in a vampire setting, but she did it in Russian and Ukrainian. She didn't do it in English. And Chantel actually gave her some advice and said, like, you're really good at what you do, but if you did that in English, you really would get some parts. And now it's like, oh, God bless you, Chantel, blah blah blah, and all that stuff. So after they went through the year questions, um, Tyree comes back, and everyone's like, okay, give us the tea, what's going on? And he was like, oh, me and Shannon are gonna hang out tonight. I got her number and everything. We're gonna hang out tonight and everything. And we kissed again. And we're like, oh, you got a second kiss. All right. Now, here's the thing. I'm happy for Tyree. It was weird and awkward, but I'm happy for Tyree. Now, I'm sure other people are going to be like, oh, Tyree didn't even remember this girl's number, which, yeah, this girl's name, which, yeah, I agree and all that. But, and then she's going to get a first kiss from her. But they're going to people. They're going to be people and, who are gonna just like roast him for that. But I'm happy for Tyree. He better be thankful for 90 Day Fiance and this tell-all, because he got everything that he desperately wanted. So, and I'm happy for him. So good job, Tyree. We pulling for you in the future, man. But now you're getting there. Now we just gotta keep you there. So slowly but surely. So that was Tyree. And then the last person they went to was John. So John, as we know, he's dating Megan. He moved to San Antonio to be with Megan and her daughter. And, they brought out his brother Patrick, who we still have yet to see on Happily Ever After. And, Patrick, still has some doubts about John, because John's still immature and whatnot and all that. And he even has some doubts about Megan. They brought up Megan, and Patrick said, the doubts I have about Megan is the jealousy and, this location sharing and all that. But when he said that, I'm like, well, Patrick, didn't Thais do that too? Don't you and Thais location share a lot? Because I don't think we've forgotten about that. I didn't forget. Just saying. I mean, I really think that Patrick is trying to get revenge on John for all the time John was in him and Thais' relationship. So then, they talked about the timelines, basically. And, John says he's not a timeline guy, but, Megan, she's a timeline girl and stuff. She really does want a ring. Now, they also talked about, John not wanting to have biological kids. He says, they're not using protection. If it happens, it happens. I'm not trying one way or the other. I'm not trying to get her pregnant, and I'm not trying not to get her pregnant. It's just if it happens, it happens. If it don't, it don't. I'm not worried about it one way or the other, and stuff. But he just doesn't want kids right now, and there's nothing wrong with that. But I think she does and wants to have it with them and stuff. So there's that. So then, now they're talking about marriage and stuff. And, John, just I'm not a timeline guy, and I'm just doing this, and that. And then all of a sudden, at the end, he gets something down on his knees and pulls out a ring. Now, we didn't see him propose, well, as a proposal, and we left on a cliffhanger on that. So, John actually really, really surprised me. But I do think that Patrick, me personally, it's just, I'm not gonna dig deep into what Patrick is saying, because like I say, he's just doing this for revenge. This is revenge, and it's gonna go flop back. It's gonna flop back whenever they come on Happily Ever After. So and I'm kind of curious to see how Megan and John stay, because on the previews for Happily Ever After, it looks like John is going to be going to Brazil with Patrick and Thais and cause trouble as usual and stuff. So I don't know if him and Megan are still together or not, but we shall see. But yeah, that was about it. That was about it. The big focus was on Tyree and John, and we're happy for Tyree, and there's no need to for me to pinpoint anything deep because, it's just the same old things and stuff. But like I said, I'm happy for Tyree, and I'm even surprised with John. So just leave it at that. So we got another part next week. I think there's 5 parts actually before we hit Love in Paradise. So I know next week we're gonna talk to Miss Debbie and Ruben the Cuban, and I guess the son Julian's gonna be there. Then we're also gonna talk to Tim, and they're gonna bring back Louisa and Jamal. And apparently, judging by the previews, I guess there's something going on between Louisa and Jamal. I said John. It's Jamal. Jamal and Louisa. So I would like to. I'm curious to see how that's gonna play. Now that looks good. That looks real good. I can't wait to see that. Anyway, guys, that's it. That's in my review. I'll be back on next week to recap Happily Ever After. Thank you guys for watching. Please like and subscribe to my channel. I'll see y'all next week. Have a good one. Stay safe, y'all, out there.